damn it, I hate this fucking movie. Okay, alright. I had to. That felt pretty good, actually. I still have a lot more where that came from. Oh my god, I hate this fucking movie. VHS, a 2012 horror anthology, which I reviewed a long time ago, but the video quality was piss poor. There was glitches in the video, which is ironic because there was a killer in this fucking stupid movie who was a glitch killer. And I had the 15-minute time limit back then, so wasn't able to let it all out. And I didn't really touch upon everything that I thought was fucking wrong with this movie. So I thought, since I'm doing horror anthologies, I thought why not, and since VHS Viral just recently came out, and I hadn't seen VHS 2 yet, so I thought why not review all the VHS movies. So start off with the fucking first film, which I gave it another chance, and it blew it! It blew it right out on my ass! Made a giant shit bubble in the process that like engulfed my ass and sent me floating away, and then I only came back recently and had to take a shower about just a few minutes ago just to wipe the fucking stink off of me. I hate this fucking movie. This is the worst horror anthology in my opinion. It's my least favorite horror anthology. It gets a 5.8 on IMDb. It was way too goddamn high. It's a movie that had potential, but it was fucking wasted. And it's also a movie that I just think it has the worst horror anthology segment of all time in it. Of all time. I could go on for 10 to 20 minutes just ranting on that segment alone. So sit back, kick back, relax, grab a cold one, get some chips, get a drink, mellow yellow, whatever is your fucking poison, because this is going to take however long it's going to take, because I got some shit I got to get out of my basement on this movie. And so yeah, so let's get started, shall we? VHS, first off, I have an issue with the title. It's called VHS. And it has a pretty cool cover art with a skull that's kind of, maybe it's an unintentional homage to the poster for Visiting Hours, the 80s slasher movie, which had the same sort of logo of the skull, created with the hospital lights. Anyway, maybe it's a homage, maybe it's not. But anyway, I remember liking the idea. I like horror anthologies. Oh, it's a bunch of VHS tapes that some people find, and they're of horror of their stories, you know. So it's like a horror anthology with VHS tapes. Cool. I'm not really the biggest fan of found footage, but I was thinking, hey, it's VHS. That must mean that it's takes place during the VHS's heyday. It must mean that it's more like video violence or some sort of thing, like some snuff film some people recorded in the 80s or something. No, not even the case. It's called VHS just to cash in on the new found craze of VHS collecting, especially for fans of horror films. So the only reason why it's called VHS is not because it really has any necessarily, it doesn't really need to be called VHS. It has no need to be called VHS. It's called VHS as a cash-in, as a cash grab, as a hook, as a way to take advantage of horror VHS collectors like me who are, oh, cool, horror movie found footage VHS film. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. And then they see it, and they're like, what the fuck is this? There's only one VHS story that's on a VHS that makes any sense to be on a VHS, because other than that, you got fucking Skype chats, you got fucking Google Glass video, you got all this kind of shit. You're like, how the fuck did this get on a VHS tape, and why? It's never explained why anybody would do that. It's never explained why it's there. It's never explained how. I don't even know how you can do that. I don't even know how you can take a Skype video chat and transfer it to a fucking VHS tape. I have no idea. Beats me. That totally boggles my mind. I have no idea how the fuck that happens or how you do that. And I'm pretty sure if there was a way, it would be such a pain in the ass, it wouldn't be worth it in the first place. So why the fuck is this called VHS? Shouldn't have been called Viral. Maybe it was about viral videos or DVD-R, something other than VHS. Because other than that, it's just cashing in on the newfound, sort of trend of horror movie VHS collectors who like collecting horror movies on VHS. So Magnolia Films and BloodyDisgusting.com decided to team up together and call their found footage anthology film VHS just to cash in on that crowd and just to take advantage of them. And I don't like that idea. It's not like they didn't really do a shitty. They didn't do Shot on Shitty-O. I mean, that's probably what you think. You're thinking like Shot on Shitty-O type of VHS horror anthology. And there were a decent amount of them in the 80s and 90s. Shit like Tales from the Quad Dead Zone from the makers of Black Devil Doll from Hell. Um, there's Creep Tales. There's another one. There was a decent amount of really Shot on Shitty-O horror anthologies that have been made over the years. So I thought this was going to be like a tongue-in-cheek throwback to Shot on Shitty-O, and that's not what happened. In fact, the only person who's actually doing an honest VHS horror anthology is Brad Jones, the cinema snob. He's working on a film called Shot on Shitty-O, where it's going to be about a horror anthology with, like as if all the stories are shot on Shitty-O. I'm actually kind of curious about that rather than this fucking thing. It's just it's the definition of false advertising. It's called VHS in name only. There's no reason for any of these stories except for one, and then even then it doesn't even need to be on a VHS. At least in the sequel, which I did watch and I was surprised by, so you'll see in that review that will come pretty soon after this. At least in the sequel, they explain why some of these stories might be on VHS. There's a little bit of sort of a reason behind it. Here there's none, and it just makes you scratch your head. Like, why the fuck is this story? Why the fuck is a Google Glass video on the fucking VHS tape? And why? And it's never explained, and you're just supposed to just deal with it. And, okay, fine, if the stories were any good, then I'd be fine with it. But the fact is, they aren't, and they're fucking terrible, and the movie itself is boring as fucking sin, so I don't fucking care! Okay, so, I mean, I don't care about what I'm watching, and so I have to look at the title and be like, why the fuck is this called VHS? I love VHS. This movie being called VHS is an insult to VHS. But it's not a throwback. It's not a fun love letter. I thought it was going to be a love letter to horror VHS, and that's not what it is. It's fucking cash-in. So anyway, now that we got that off my chest, let's actually talk about the actual movie, shall we? Okay, the movie opens up with this beginning of this shitty wraparound. One of the worst wraparounds I've seen. Not as bad as the wraparound in VHS Viral, but it's still pretty fucking bad. Where you have these bunch of fucking young punks, young fucks, who go in and they do this thing called sharking, where they run up to this innocent woman in a parking structure, and they film her, and they basically film one of their guys lifting her top up and showing her tits. And, laughing and da-da-da-da-da, and it's called sharking. So basically they sexually assaulted this woman just for laughs. Great, it's a wonderful start to your movie. Fantastic. Then after that, we cut to a random fucking scene of these fucking dumbasses beating down a fucking house. They're beating up a house. A defenseless house did nothing to you, and it's just sitting there, and you just see shots of these fucking idiots beating the shit out of a house. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is the point of this? Are we just establishing that these guys are assholes? I already know that when they sexually assaulted somebody and filmed it, I don't need to see them beat a fucking house down. Like, what? Okay, I don't need two separate instances of why these guys are assholes. So then after they beat the shit out of a random house, which sounds about as exciting to watch as it sounds, they end up going and finding another house where supposedly they're supposed to find some VHS tapes, and they're supposed to grab them and get the fuck out of there. But they don't do that. In fact, one of the guys starts watching some of the VHS tapes. And and you won't believe where he ends up watching. This fucking guy ends up sitting down next to a fucking dead guy. A dead guy in the chair, and sits down next to the fucking dead guy and watches the first tape. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is gonna sit next to a fucking dead guy? I mean, like, seriously, I'm like, okay, the last place I'm going to watch some VHS tapes is next to a rotting corpse. I don't know about you, that just doesn't sound like the most comfortable place to sit down and watch a movie. It doesn't sound like it's the most enjoyable place, or it just does not sound like a good idea. But this fucking guy decided, yeah, I'm gonna sit next to a dead guy. And I'm like, why? Of all the places, just get the fuck out of there. Why are they sitting in this house and watching these tapes when there's even like one of the guys in the gang even says, we should get out of here, take the tapes and get out of here. Then why haven't you gotten the fuck out of there then? Because we're fucking stupid. I don't know. But anyway, so this one fucking guy, it sits next to the fucking dead guy, and then you start the first story, which is called Amateur Night, and it's appropriately titled because it looks like it was shot by a fucking amateur. The movie, the segment is directed by um, David Bruckner, and Adam Wingard directed Tape 56, which is the wraparound segment, which I'll mention a few more times earlier. I mean, I really don't know what else. I mean, the wraparound segment, I mean, I'll just finish up the fucking wraparound segment right now. Get it off my fucking chest. Wraparound segment, you have this shit that go Tape 56, so you have this stuff that happens, so you have the first shit where the guy sits down, watches the tape next to a dead guy, then the guy disappears, then another guy sits down, watches another tape, then more shit happens. The other guy fucking sits down. These guys still sit down and watch these fucking tapes. Even though their friends are disappearing into fucking thin air, they're still sitting down and watching these fucking tapes. And then the actual Tape 56 wraparound story ends before the last story. So this movie is such a shitty excuse for a horror anthology. It doesn't even do the one thing that almost every horror anthology, including the piece of shit Creepshow 3, they don't even end the wraparound segment at the end of the fucking movie. They end it before the last segment. And how does it end? Well, the last fucking guy, the porn stash Jesus, he gets fucking killed by the old guy who happens to be not so dead. He's actually a zombie and eats his face. End of fucking story. Waste of your fucking time. A shitty ass horror anthology with unlikable characters who suck. You don't give a shit about what happens to them. And it just drags. Even the first part of Tape 56 feels like it's lasting forever. It's like 5 to 10 minutes before you even get to the first story. So anyway, now I'm getting to Amateur Night. Like I said, it's appropriately titled, directed by Bruckner. Yeah, David Bruckner. And this is just, there are some things about this that are decent. The practical effects of the succubus bitch, or the succubi, or sucky witch, or I don't know what the fuck she is. A cum whore. I have no idea what the fuck this. I think she's a succubi. A cum vampire. I have no idea what the fuck she is. Supposed to be. I just making guesses. But anyway, so what happens? There's some decent effects on the cum vampire bitch, slut whore, creature with the big buggy eyes who looks like she's fucking high and looks like she's the bastard love child of Helena Bonham Carter and fucking Helena Bonham Carter and fuck. This is the bastard love child of Helena Bonham Carter and the fucking bitch from Twilight. What's her fucking name? Kristen Stewart. Sorry, I couldn't remember her name because her fucking performances are so fucking forgettable and her face is so forgettable that it took me a while to remember who the fuck she was. Yeah, she looks like the bastard love child. Like, if those two fucked and mated and cloned or something, they would have created this chick. But anyway, the effects on her is okay, and there's some decent blood, but that's about it. The whole fucking story starts out with these fucking douchebag frat boy motherfuckers who are fucking talking about banging some chicks and drinking, just douchebag frat boys that are just really, really obnoxious and fucking annoying. One guy thinks he's fucking Dane Cook, which is not a good thing in the first place. We don't need any more Dane Cooks. Dane Cook is enough. We don't need any more of his kind. Stop it. So he's a fucking douchebag, and he has this nerdy friend who's wearing these Google glasses that record video. And so what happens is these fucking douchebag frat boys decide that they want to get some girls so they can bang, so they can fuck them in a hotel room. and they go to a club to try to meet with some girls so they can bang them. Isn't this a great plot? Really wonderful characters too. No character development, no fucking care in the world for what happens to these fucking guys. Right off the bat, I want them all to die in a fucking car crash. Right from the fucking moment the segment starts. That's not a good thing. And from the moment the segment starts, I'm like, would you all just fucking die, please? So, well, for the douchebag frat boy guy to fucking choke on his own fucking beer and fucking die. Or, choke on his vomit. Just choke on it. But anyway, so then everyone in the club try to meet up some girls, and there they meet this weird chick who's got these buggy eyes. She's looking at people with the bug eyes, and she already looks like she's either high on drugs or a monster. And what happens? Oh shit, she's a monster. That's the twist. She's a fucking monster. She looked like she's fucked up, and you find out that she really is fucked up. Wow. Fantastic. So anyway, they take her home, take her with them to the hotel room with another chick. The fucking leader of the douchebag bro gang ends up he gets so wasted he can't fucking stay awake. He can't stay alert either. His dick can't stay awake either. And so he's going limp, and then his girlfriend also she's passed out drunk, so he's trying to literally rape this chick. And then it doesn't work. So then you have the new, like the Helena Bonham Carter fucking Kirsten Stewart love child is this kind of, just looking around, sniffing around, acting like a fucking cat for even hisses at one of the guys. And then the douchebag bro, leader of the douchebag bro gang, who fucking can't get his dick to stay awake, decides to go in and go after her, try to bang her. And she doesn't like that, and she fucking kills his ass. And so the nerdy guy with the Google glasses, and then the fucking other guy who I get to see his fucking dick in one shot, which is great, and his bare ass. And the scariest thing in this entire segment is seeing some guy's white pasty ass and seeing his dick hanging out. I don't need to see that, okay? And so anyway, instead of fucking running out of the fucking hotel room, they end up running and hiding in the fucking bathroom, and they stay there. And not only do they run and hide in there once, but they run and hide in there like 2 or 3 times. Like the fucking naked guy showing his bare ass to everybody who doesn't want to see it, opens the fucking door, looks outside, sees the succubus vampire cum slut bitch killing his friend and eating him. And then he's like, oh, the closes the door. Then he's like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And the nerdy guy with the glasses is like, oh, I don't fucking know. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna take this shower curtain rod off the wall, and I'm gonna go out there. This is what the guy does. The naked guy with the fucking bare ass takes out the fucking shower curtain rod off the fucking shower curtain, or the towel rack. I don't fucking care which one it is. Either way, it's a pretty shitty fucking weapon. So he takes it, and he goes in. And, his friend's still getting eaten by this, vampire cum slut bitch. And so he comes in and he just literally stands there for like what seems like 10 uncomfortable seconds, just waiting with the fucking towel rod. And then when he decides to swing, it's already too late and the fucking cum slut vampire bitch eats his ass. And then it gives and then the Google Glasses guy, the fucking nerdy Google Glasses guy. I know I don't have the fucking names of these characters. Don't ask me for them. I'm not looking them up. So anyway, what happens is this guy, he decides to hang back too. Because there's an excuse so you can see some more gore. Which is decent, but nothing I haven't seen before. So he's just sitting there, and he's hiding behind the fucking bed or some shit, like scared like a little girl. And eventually the succubus vampire bitch, she's preoccupied with fucking eating this other guy's ass. Not literally, but it might as well be. And so the Google Glass nerdy guy ends up finally decides this is his time to get out of there. And so what does he do? He runs down the fucking stairs, and he trips and falls and breaks his fucking wrist. Not making that shit up. He trips over fucking air and falls down the fucking stairs and breaks his fucking wrist. So now then the vampire cum slut bitch comes in and then sees him there, and she decides to give him a blowjob, and he can't get it up, and she's all like, you know, like me? Because earlier I forgot to mention this because it was so memorable. And in the club, the only word that this bitch is saying is I like you. I like you. And if I wouldn't even pick this bitch up. Who the fuck would pick this bitch up? I wouldn't want to pick this bitch up for a night on the town. She just starts. There's no foreplay. There's no any kind of. There's no nothing. There's not even any kind of build up. There's no conversation. Right off the bat, she's like, "I like you." I mean, wouldn't you be kind of fucking weirded out by that shit? I'm just saying, wouldn't you? I mean, if that happened in real life, we'd be like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey! I haven't even met you yet, girl." Really? Come on. We haven't even dated once and you're already, I like you. Well, come on. What's next? You gonna say you love me? Get away from me. Crazy bitch. But anyway, so, I mean, really. I mean, who the fuck is gonna take that chick home? Except these fucking drunken frat boy motherfuckers. Yeah, it's because they're fucking idiots. That's why they've drunk so much fucking alcohol. They've killed all the fucking brain cells that they have left. So they end up taking home chicks that are obviously fucking fucked in the head or some kind of otherworldly fucking creature. But, you know, they're so drunk off their ass all the time. And they're thinking with their dicks so much. And they can't see what's right in front of the face. Which is a fucking fucked up bitch with bug eyes, and the only words she says is "I like you." But anyway, he doesn't like. I guess she's like. And you fast forward, the kid falls down the fucking stairs, trips over fucking air, and then the vampire comes to the bitch. She's all like, "I don't like," and he's like, "No, what? No, you don't like me!" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't like you, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. You killed my friends. Am I really supposed to get it up? How am I supposed to keep an erection after when I'm seeing you with a split face, good effect, sharp teeth, you look like a fucking cat, and you got blood all over you from my friend's blood that you just ate my friends in front of me, and I'm supposed to, that's a turn on? No, that's definitely what I would call a turn off. Turned off the dick. The dick don't work no more. It's not because I don't like you, which I don't, to be honest. You killed my fucking friends, but it's because I can't keep it up. I'm sorry. I'm too busy thinking about retching my guts out right now to get my dick hard. So anyway, she's upset at him. She runs away. He gets back up, and it takes a while to get back up. I mean, I know you have a broken wrist, but it's not like you have a broken leg. I mean, adrenaline gives you a lot of energy. You know that? And so he gets up finally, and he's running around the town, and he sees like a window, and he's like asking for help. He's like, "Help me, please, help me, help!" And then the people in the business are just looking at him like, "No, no, 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 no. We're closed. We're closed." No, and this guy obviously has a broken wrist, and they're not doing anything to help this guy. No, 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 no. But help me, please! The bleeding, broken wrist on the fucking window. Hey! They're like, no, 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 no. No, we're closed. We're closed. We're closed. Get out of here, you fucking hobo, or some shit. And anyway, so he can't get help. So then out of nowhere, the fucking vampire comes to that bitch, grows wings, grabs his ass, takes him up in the fucking air, and then then you pan up with his glasses. You see a really shitty CGI flick. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Really? I can't even say fucking clip. I can't say the word clip. So CGI clip of the fucking vampire slut bitch with wings now flying around. It's a pretty shitty CGI. And then the guy, he drops his fucking glasses, and they fall to the fucking ground below with what, like 50 feet in the air, if not higher than that? Since you see the vampire cum slut bitch carrying his ass with her fucking wings, like up in the fucking clouds. And this fucking guy He drops his fucking glasses and they fall to the fucking ground and they don't break. What are these glasses made out of? Adamantium? What the fuck? So anyway, that's Amateur Night. As you can see, I don't care for that segment. It's just shitty, unlikable characters. No character development. I understand it's a horror anthology, but you can do a little bit of character development. At least just the base, okay, these characters are kind of nice, or these guys are assholes, but, they're, this kind of thing. But no, what we have is just a bunch of drunken frat boys and the camera work is fucking annoying and obnoxious because it's fucking shaking all over the place or bobbing up and down like it's sucking the cameraman's dick, which it does that later in another segment. And it's just a really shitty excuse for a segment and not a good start. You already had a shitty wraparound segment with a bunch of fucking assholes sexually assaulting somebody and then beating the shit out of a random house just for fun, because I guess that's what's fun to do and it's cool. That's what's cool, folks. That's the new fad. Beating the shit out of random houses, I guess, and filming it. I didn't know that was a big thing. And then you cut to then this segment, which sucked. But this segment is nothing. This segment is nothing compared to the second segment, which is the worst fucking horror anthology segment I have ever fucking seen. If this segment was in my face right now, I'd fucking beat the fucking shit out of it. It would be Endgame. I bring out my fucking baseball bat and I bust its fucking brains in. I hate this fucking segment. It can go to fucking hell. It's such an unbelievably terrible fucking segment. It's pointless. It's boring. It drags on way too fucking long. It's like fucking torture. It's like somebody taking a fucking cheese grater on my fucking dick and just keeping on rubbing it till it's fucking raw and bleeding and pieces are everywhere. I fucking hate this fucking segment. I haven't been this pissed off in a while because damn right I'm pissed. I hate this goddamn segment. It fucking sucks. It sucks the fuck right out of you. Anyway, so this segment called Second Honeymoon, directed by Ty West, who also wrote the segment. Yeah, he's responsible for not only directing this piece of shit, but he's also responsible for writing it too. Thanks a lot, Ty West. So anyway, this segment, we're like, okay, why are you so mad? Why is it so bad? Okay, this is why. Most of the entire segment is just home movies from the most boring newlywed couple in existence. I'm talking, this couple is so boring, it'll put your dick to sleep if you're a dude, and put your pussy to sleep if you're a chick. It will completely fucking tear your soul apart and make you question your very own existence. It is that fucking boring. So you start out with this couple and they have no charisma, no energy. The fucking husband is literally, I swear he's a fucking robot. I swear he's a fucking robot, this guy. He's like, oh, hi, honey. Yeah, by the way, when you look at the map here, well, look at that. Look at that, honey. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't that? And not only do you get to see you get to hear and see this wonderful fucking black hole of a fucking couple who just suck all the fucking life out of everything. You get to see more their boring ass fucking home video footage on their home movies while they're on vacation. And you know what they decide to shoot? You know what they decide to film? They decide to film boring menial tasks like filling your fucking gas tank. I'm not making that up. There literally is a scene in this segment where the camera pans over to show you how much gas they're putting in their fucking car. It doesn't get any fucking more pointless than that, folks. And this is only like 2 minutes into this fucking segment, and it only gets worse from there. So, yeah, wonderful, scintillating, amazing, so fucking great. So what happens is, Oh, so after we get to see how much gas they put in their fucking car, we get to see, oh look, honey, there's that car is pretty fucked up on the side of the road. Like, whoa, great, let's go look at the rusty fucking car on the side of the road. Wonderful. Just like this rusted out fucking segment, which isn't going anywhere. They even actually say in a line of dialogue in the movie that, you know, hey, let's take the main drag. I'm like, yeah, hey, this whole fucking segment's a drag. It's dragging my dick into the fucking ground. So anyway, God, I hate this goddamn segment. So they end up more of these fucking footage, more of them talking about the fucking bullshit. The wife wearing fucking ugly ass fucking clothes. She's wearing flannel. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you, Bob Vila? I don't find Bob Vila sexy, and I don't find flannel sexy. What the fuck are you doing? And when you find out in a twist, sorry, spoiler, that she's a fucking lesbian, I'm not surprised because she's wearing fucking flannel and she's also wearing a sweater that has anthropomorphic deer people on it, which is scarier than anything in this fucking segment. So anyway, yeah, she's wearing sweaters that are just so awful that Bill Cosby, instead of wearing that sweater, he punched the person in the face who offered it to him. And then he'd take a whole bunch of pudding pops and then just smack them in the face some more. How dare he fucking ask me to wear that fucking sweater? So anyway, oh my god. This segment's giving me a fucking headache. Fucking headache. God damn it! Fuck! Anyway, now my eye's starting to twitch. Lovely. Fantastic. The fucking double whammy of bullshit. I got a headache now. My eye's starting to fucking twitch. I better get this shit over with before my head fucking explodes. Anyway, this segment, okay, let's try to get this done and over with. So, you cut the scenes, more scenes of them sightseeing. They go to Old West Town, find some fucking fortune teller guy where they pay $1 to hear its fortune. It's a waste of a fucking dollar. You might as well have just shoved that dollar up your fucking cornhole because you fucking waste it either way. It's fucking waste of a dollar. And then the guy says, "I'm Pat. Thank you. Come back. You can come back anytime and talk to Pappy." I'm like, "Pappy? Oh god damn it! Not Pappy. I hate Pappy. Fuck Pappy and his chili. I don't care if there's dirt in his chili. I don't care what Pappy has to say. Pappy can go fuck himself." And he can, and you know what? And I will be willing to stand up and testify on that fact. Fuck Pappy. Fuck this segment. Fuck that fucking stupid fucking fucking fortune teller machine wasting your fucking money. Fuck everything. So anyway, this is a segment just talking about this is draining my fucking soul. I still have a fucking headache. God damn it. Anyway, so this segment goes nowhere. It does some foreshadowing, tells you about something. Should the bitch will find her true love, and of course you find out it's not that guy. It's not the fucking block of wood that is her fucking husband. And then you cut the scenes where, oh, it looks like he's being watched by somebody, and he's got a fucking spotlight in his face, and he must be a deep sleeper. He must have drank some fucking Hibernol because he's not fucking waking up with a spotlight in his face. And you get to see this random person who comes in and steals his money. Yeah, he stole his $20. Took $20 out of its wallet and stole it. Oh my god, it's the scariest shit ever. And not only does he lose $20, she takes his toothbrush and she puts it in the fucking toilet. Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! He's gonna have shit in his teeth. His breath is gonna smell like piss. Oh, speaking of piss, I don't want to piss on this fucking segment. I don't want to piss on this fucking movie. Because it would feel good. It would be refreshing. It would feel a lot better than I felt when I was watching this shit. So anyway, the guy gets his toothbrush later, brushes his teeth, and oh my god, he's got a shit-eating grin that would make fucking the politicians blush. Holy shit, I don't fucking care. Then the segment finally ends after 20 fucking minutes, 21 unbearable fucking minutes. It finally ends when the fucking guy finally gets knifed in the fucking throat, and you find out who it is. It's his wife's lesbian lover. And then the wife says to her lesbian lover, "Did you erase it?" I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you film it in the first place, bitch? End of fucking segment. And even the guy who's watching the tape in the film says this. What the fuck? Exactly. What the fuck indeed? What the fuck was that? It was a fucking waste of my fucking time. Waste of brain cells. Waste of everything. I hate that fucking segment. It can kiss my fucking ass. God. So after that, we get more of the fucking stupid wraparound segment, which goes nowhere. Then we get to the third segment, which is another shitty segment called Tuesday the 17th, directed by Glenn McQuaid, where you have a bunch of friends that's this bitch and her friends, and one of them, the nerdy guy, who's a dumbass, who ends up, he's like doing stupid shit, like there's a fucking carcass later in the woods, and he's like trying to put the entrails in his teeth. Yeah, he's like, I want to eat the entrails. Good luck with rabies, you jackass. Anyway, so you have fucking jackasses, 3 jackasses again. Two jackasses and 2 bitches. Wonderful. Unlikable characters. Again, I understand trying to be a slasher film, but even in slasher movies, there's been way more likable characters than there are in this segment, Tuesday the 17th, which I'm like, why the fuck is it called Tuesday the 17th? I mean, at this point, this segment and this whole fucking movie sucks so much shit. I'd rather watch Saturday the 14th, and that's a shitty ass horror comedy. Well, I'd rather watch that than this, because at least, I don't know, I can enjoy Richard Benjamin. There's nobody in this fucking movie I fucking enjoy or give a shit about. So you have this Tuesday the 17th segment. And so what happens is, this girl, she takes her 3 friends along with her to the woods, and to kind of help her deal with the loss of her family and her friends who got murdered by this killer. And you find out in a twist, in a really shitty twist, that she took her friends there just for bait, so she could catch the killer and get a revenge. Does that sound like that's, I don't know, necessarily a good idea? Does it sound like this person is somebody that you want to root for? Does it sound like somebody that you want to give a shit about? Does it sound like somebody that you would care if the fucking killer ended up gutting her at the end of the segment? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't? Oh! Oh, wow. That must be a surprise to the writer who wrote this fucking segment. What the fuck was he thinking? Who the fuck writes a segment where the hero is just about as bad as the fucking killer? Who the fuck does that? I don't care if it's different. I don't care if it's never been done before. Just because it's different and just because it's never been done before doesn't mean it's a good fucking idea. And this isn't a good fucking idea. This is a stupid fucking idea. With you already right off the bat, you're like, wow, what a bitch. And even in one line of dialogue she says in the movie, I can't believe that these fucking dumbasses, these jackass friends of hers, are so fucking stupid, are so fucking dumb and dull, and but so fucking full of shit, so shit for brains, that when she says this particular line of dialogue, and she does it with a straight face too. They're hanging out in the woods, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, you're all gonna die here." I was like, "What? Bitch, what? What do you mean? We're all gonna die here?" If you're joking, it's not funny. It's not funny. What do you mean by that? But nobody does that. Nobody's like, what the fuck? No, everyone's like, oh, dude, what? Oh, well, look, I'm gonna eat a fucking bug. Oh, look at that carcass there, which is kind of fucking fucked up looking. Looks like it got gutted. A dog got gutted or something. I'm gonna put its guts in my mouth. Look at me, I'm so fucking funny. No, doesn't really compute in their heads that oh, you're all gonna die here. That doesn't, I don't know. If somebody said you're gonna die here, the first thing that'll pop in my head, I'd be like, what the fuck? What? None of them are like that. The only thing that happens is a guy later, when it's already too late, says, what did you mean by that? What did you mean when you said we're all gonna die here? I mean, what the? These guys deserve to fucking die, because they're fucking dumbasses. They're a bunch of dead fucks, and the computer don't lie. Anyway, what happens? Yeah, they're dead fucks. They get killed by the glitch killer. Fucking dumbass who's fucking putting guts in his mouth ends up fucking stabbed in the head. The slutty bitch, she gets a knife through the eye and a shitty effect. And now the other guy, the one last remaining guy, he gets killed. I think he gets slit in the throat. I don't even remember how the fuck he dies. I don't fucking care. Now it's just a glitch killer and the bitch killer, 1-on-1, because she's a bitch, because she literally used her friends as bait, and she just repeated the same fucking thing that she did. I mean, it's unbelievable how stupid the writing is in this segment. She literally just killed her friends. And it's like, oh, for revenge, I'm going to kill my friends. My new friends. The killer killed my friends before, but for my revenge, I'm going to kill my new friends. That makes a shit ton of sense. Nice one, Sherlock. That's a great deduction you got there. Anyway, so what happens? She tries to trap the glitch killer in the most generic fucking ways, of the fucking bear trap, and then one trap, it's like something you'd see like in First Blood or something like Rambo would put together out of sticks and twigs and shit. And she pulls up something that's looks like a bunch of punji sticks that come up and they're sticking out, so it's like a pop-up trap door, a bunch of spikes. And impales the glitch killer, and then instead of having a weapon, a knife, a fucking gun, anything on her, so she could fucking blow the motherfucker away right then and there, she has nothing on her. She thinks he's dead now. But of course it's not the case, because he not only gets off the fucking spike platform thing, he also makes it disappear, because I guess he's also got magic powers. He can make shit disappear in a blink of an eye. So anyway, then as the segment ends, he guts the bitch, and that's it. That's all, folks. And I couldn't be happier for the segment to fucking end. So, yeah, great segment. Fucking bitch who uses her fucking family, her friends, as bait to catch a killer who killed her friends years before, which makes a shit ton of sense, and shitty and likable characters, don't give a shit about anybody, including the lead. So, what the fuck? Why did I fucking watch this? And what is the fucking point? Other than to waste my goddamn time. So after that segment, we get to the fourth segment, which is the sixth thing that happened to Emily when she was younger, directed by Joe Swanberg. This guy's an ugly swan. He's not a beautiful swan. He's an ugly swan of a director. Because this story and the fucking whole goddamn direction. What direction? All he did was shoot a fucking webcam to a conversation with the most dull, boring ass, pathetic, emotionless fucking doctor I've seen in years, who likes to show his hairy chest to everybody on the fucking internet, and in return he wants some women, some chicks, to show him their tits. So this guy, it opens up with this one girl who I thought did a decent job acting. She's the only one in the entire movie that I thought actually did a decent job acting. But it's because she didn't really have to do much, except just be a nice girl with a good personality, which I don't think she was even acting. Then you have this fucking doctor guy, who I swear to God, needs to wake the fuck up. He needs to slap himself in the face with his own dick. Just wake the fuck up, dude. Because, I mean, seriously, you're going to put me to sleep. I already dealt with a fucking guy with a voice that would put me to sleep for weeks. I don't need to deal with another guy who has the same type of voice and just another shitty actor. I mean, he's just sitting there, he's like, oh, hi. Even when she's sitting, like, show me, take your top off. Oh, okay, all right, all right, okay. They're like, damn, those are some nice. No, those are some good tits. And then he's just shirt off, showing his hairy chest, and he's telling her about this fucking. There's a bump in her arm. He's trying to tell her what to do with it. She's saying, "I'm seeing things." She's a ghost girl behind her in one of the videos, and this guy's just. He's just. I guess she wants to talk to her doctor. I guess of all the things I'm seeing ghosts and hearing things. I'm gonna talk to my doctor. That's the first person I'm gonna talk to is my doctor. Anyway, she's pretty much talking to him about the thing in her bump in her arm. And later in the film, she's in the sequence. She's actually literally like digging in her fucking arm. She's like digging in her arm with like a utensil or something. And the doctor's reaction is classic. Just don't. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't do that. You're gonna make it worse. Don't do that. Instead of being like, no shock, no look of shock or horror on his face. I don't care if I'm a doctor. She's fucking digging a hole in her arm. I'm like, no. What are you doing, honey? You can't do that. Stop. Put the fucking tweezers down. Don't do that. It can make things a lot worse. It's not good. Put it down. Just see me immediately. We'll take care of it. I'll sew it up or something with some sutures. Like, well, don't do that. It's really bad. You know, you've lost a lot of blood. No, let's go. Oh no, don't do that. I'm like, did you go to the Marky Mark School of Acting? Would you watch The Happening and think, yeah, that is an absolutely Oscar-worthy performance. That's exactly what I want to use as reference for this performance. Just really, just God. So, and then the segment ends. The fucking passes out. The doctor guy takes out a fetus out of her chest, makes it look like she broke her arm, got beat up. She gets diagnosed with schizophrenia, and then it cuts to the end of the segment is the fucking doctor guy asking another chick to show him her tits, and she's got a bump in her arm too. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? What the fuck is this shit? And why the fuck is a webcam video chat on a fucking VHS tape? That's another question I still don't know the answer to. So anyway, don't know what the fuck happened to Emily. Nothing. I kind of care, but at the same time I don't, because the segment doesn't do a very good job explaining what the fuck it is or why I should care. Is it a ghost baby? Does she get raped by a ghost? What is going on here? Is it aliens? I have no idea. And I really don't fucking give a fuck either. So then after that segment, then the wraparound segment ends, and the fucking old man wakes up and eats the dude's face. Great. Love him. Just glad that shit's over with. And now we get to the final segment, which is the only segment that I guess could considerably, actually you would probably say would be on an actual VHS tape, which is called 10/31/98. And so these guys, including this guy dressed up in a teddy bear outfit with a nanny cam, and this takes place in 1998. And so they decide they're going to go to a party, and they bring their cameras with them, and they don't know where the fuck they're going. They're driving down the fucking road, and they got there like, oh, dude, we don't know where to go. Where are we supposed to go? I don't know. If you're planning on going to a party, wouldn't it make sense to know where the fuck you were going? I'm just saying, wouldn't it make fucking sense? Shouldn't you already know that? I mean, I know this is before, Google Maps and, before that kind of shit, but still, you should know where the fuck you're going. If you're gonna go someplace, you should already know where the fuck you're going. But no, they end up getting lost. They think they found the right place, but it's obvious it's a house where there's obviously no one there, and they go in, and they still act like it's still a party. People haven't come home yet. One guy goes in, the people haven't arrived yet. The one guy goes in, opens the fucking fridge, and sees there's nothing in it. That's a sign there's nobody fucking here. If there is anybody here, they're sure as hell not having a party. So anyway, they hear some noises upstairs, and they think it's a party. I'm like, I'm not hearing any kind of fun party stuff. I'm not hearing dancing. I'm not hearing loud music. All I'm hearing is some creepy-ass chanting, which means to me, I need to get the fuck out of here. But no, none of these guys think that. So they go up there, and they see some chick being tied up on a post, and these older guys chanting at her, and they start like repeating what they're saying, and then the other guys get pissed, and then out of nowhere, a couple of the guys gets flown up into the fucking air, Just flown up into the fucking air and then disappeared. And what do these guys do? Of course, they run away screaming. And then the fucking guy with the fucking nanny cam decides that, no, we should go back. Why? Why should we go back? The girl. You don't know the girl. But she needs help. She's obviously... Two guys got flown into the fucking air, dude. I'm not going... We're going home. I don't want to die tonight. But we gotta save her. No, we don't. Did you ever think that maybe she was actually... I don't know. She had demons in her and they were trying to exorcise the demons out of her, maybe? Do you ever think that might be it? That might be what happened? No, she needs help. No, she doesn't, dude. You know, stop trying to be a fucking hero. I know you want to get some, but not tonight. Let's go. But no. No, they agree with the friend. No arguments at all. They just, oh, yeah, let's go save her. Nothing like, you know, dude, you're fucking crazy. No. So they go and they end up saving her. And that's the one part of the film. The only part of the movie that I thought was decent was the segments here where the house comes alive. And there's some decent bits of effects here. Hands on the wall, window closing, some good effect there. Some good stuff, but nothing I haven't seen before. And then what happens? They save the girl. Then the girl ends up having to actually, oh shit. Oh, she's possessed. And she teleports out of the fucking car and then appears right in front of them. And the car breaks down in front of train tracks. And they get fucking hit by a train. And that's it. And the end credits with a fucking obnoxious fucking song that replays the same fucking bullshit we saw. That basically replays the fucking assholes from the beginning of the movie. Breaking shit. And the fucking horrible ass techno song, which makes me want to put a bullet in my head. And it's a perfect way to end this pile of shit and piss. I know I really want to say about VHS, very horrible shit, except it's a very horrible piece of shit that I want, that if it, you know, that just needs to be flushed down the fucking toilet and forgotten about, and I'm never watching this shit again, ever, never, not doing it. It's too much fucking pain to sit through. It's so fucking boring, it makes my head hurt. As you saw earlier, I got a fucking headache talking about this movie. I'm still dealing with the fucking headache. Fuck. But anyway, I really don't know what else to say about VHS. Except, it fucking sucks. It was not any better the second time around. It's still what I find to be the worst horror anthology that I've ever seen. Because it had some potential, it wasted it. Creepshow 3 had no hope. It had no budget. This had a decent amount of money you could see for some of these segments. But they didn't use it properly because they didn't decide to spend any time on story. They didn't decide to spend any time on likable characters. They didn't decide to have any fun. I think that's another thing. A lot of horror anthologies, to me, the best horror anthology is Creepshow. The most fun you'll ever have being scared. It's creepy, it's scary at points, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun to watch. VHS is not fun to watch because it has little to no likable characters in it. It doesn't have any fun with the concepts. It's fucking boring. It's fucking dull. It's bleak. And I guess that can work for some things, but every story pretty much ends the same way with everybody fucking dying, and you don't give a fuck. And just a serious case of boredom. That's just the problem. It's so fucking boring to watch. Its pacing is sluggish. The segments aren't punchy. They aren't entertaining. They're not fun to watch. They sure as hell aren't scary. A lot of them have been there, done that, seen that before. Some of the segments kind of have some interesting ideas, but at the same time, they don't explain them very well. Like the glitch killer. Like, why is he glitches? Never explained. Well, why can people see dead bodies when they're filming with a camera? Never explained. And none of the people who are using the camera never fucking see the dead bodies. What the fuck is going on with Emily? I have no fucking idea. It's ambiguous. It's ambiguous and it's fucking shit. It's fine with being a bit ambiguous, but this is the point where it doesn't explain things that can be easily explained, and that's frustrating. And just boring a hole through your fucking skull. Anyway, I really don't know what to say about VHS because I know it's almost an hour. I better cut it short, but I don't know what to rate out of 5. Fuck this movie. I'm not fucking rate. I don't even want to fucking rate it. In fact, I'm done talking about VHS. I don't want to fucking talk about it anymore. It can kiss my fucking ass. It can suck my fucking dick. It can go to fucking hell. I hate this goddamn movie. And I really don't know what to say except, fuck this fucking movie. I'm doing it anymore. I'm fucking done. I'm getting, fuck, fuck VHS. Fuck this goddamn cockamamie piece of fucking bullshit.